Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trilogy, Phoenix Wright for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah!
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more Ace Attorney arrives in your inbox.
Woohoo!
Or notification squad. Whatever. So anyway, we're continuing the trial already in progress.
Whoa, that was intense.
District Court. Nope. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From the one obvious question arises, why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand.
Adrian Andrews is on the stand again.
Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You've seen it before? That's right. It was only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right.
Why? Why does she... Alright, you're gonna have to read this. I can't save.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you cannot open the bear. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Cool, I want one.
So this is a figurine. It's containing of a container of sorts? Alright.
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree, Judge?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all, Phoenix.
Cross-examination.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle.
Oh, it is it?
Yes. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. It's at the center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item.
Oh, wait, we've already... Oh, that's right.
If you know the correct order...
No. Hang on.
Actually...
There we go. A puzzle, huh?
Yes, that's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So, what kind of puzzle, is this exactly?
If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart, one piece at a time.
Hold it. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that?
By hitting it with a rock! Well, well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting. Oh boy, and his new toy, it's like he's a 5-year-old boy again.
Whee!
Let's see.
After that, you take fire. Oh, never
Don't
mind.
mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I'm just playing with the bear. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item.
And how do you know about this?
I know, because I was the one who bought it! Dun dun dun! Okay.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you.
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Dun.
Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear.
So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same once again it's been broken.
Aw, I feel bad for the bear now.
You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
Okay, hang on. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box?
Well, you guys do now. I never told anyone except for right now. As long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh?
Just
Then,
the two of us.
Of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? I think this was about all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated in the court record.
Maybe he...
Puzzle bear.
Did she put something important in there for Juan and Mr.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think you have come to realize
Yes?
that there is one very important fact that we've uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box.
Dun, dun, dun!
You mean it's not a stuffed bear?
Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside of it?
Candy.
That's right. That's what we're going to find out next, witness.
Yes? Is that what you think?
You're the only one who can open this. Please, open it. She has bell bottoms.
I know, I just noticed that too.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All the eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart.
Do, do, do,
Click.
Do, do, do. Well, I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what its contents is, do we, Mr. Wright? Ah. It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Inpax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself.
Whoa.
Deep. It seems Celeste had a very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left before she committed, well, death.
She fell asleep.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan.
Ba-bum.
When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now the suicide note has been found. What's the next logical question, Phoenix?
Huh? What is written on the note?
That's right. At least, that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud for all of us to hear.
Edgeworth, you meaty pants.
Very well, meanie pants.
He's making, her mad.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom.
Now hear this. Something, boo-hoo. Cheers. I'm so sad. I'm ending it.
In her notes, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. Quiet! Record. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Kurita and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. Wow.
And that's all Miss Impax had to say. It's quite sad.
The feels!
There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of this note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Mat On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Celeste's suicide note added to the court record. Wait, didn't we already have a note from her? I guess not.
It's On Guard's fault that woman killed herself.
And this time he even went as far as to destroy someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible, what a selfish person.
I guess there's a slimeball lawyers out there who will defend this stuff.
Yeah, defend this creed.
There's no room for doubt here, is there, Mr. Wright? Mr. De Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
Irk! How am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called you yet, so do you know what you must do then?
I know. I have to carry on and buy him more time. Okay. There's two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maya, maybe someone can find a way out of this situation before, through one of those.
Hello?
Okay, sorry, my cat was distracted.
The suicide note or the figurine? Which should I pursue? Bad kitty! Let's go with the figurine.
A cat!
Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer.
It looks like he doesn't care what's gonna get the killer off the hook, or something. What a jerk!
The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Kurita. At the request of his client, of course.
So, what's your point, Mr. Wright?
I don't think it's possible that Mr. De Killer's client was Mat On Guard. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here.
Yeah!
You can't tell just by looking at it, this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that Mat On Guard thought the note inside was this bear are 0 to none.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Right. Well,
I did.
Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. On Guard would never want a jewelry box like this. Whatever.
Ever want a jewelry box like this?
My bad.
That's right.
Order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Oh yeah, we got him on the ropes now, Phoenix. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently, Phoenix.
Oh, I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself.
Shh.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession.
I know.
Matangard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matangard.
Shocking. Ah.
My goodness! Order! Ahem, Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Huh? But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Mr. Matangard's fingerprints were on there?
Shocking.
Whoops.
Well, Phoenix,
Blast.
it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? How did you miss them?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think that this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. On Guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Or... Hey, what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that the man, the bad killer guy?
Shh, stop. Don't look at him.
The way he's sweating is definitely ill nasty.
Phoenix,
Yes, Chief.
have you figured out what you're going to do next, Phoenix?
Kinda hard to think with all these people shouting.
Just put in earplugs.
What am I going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
What about faking that you fainted and falling on the floor?
Oh, that's a good one.
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
That the ghost can control the crowds.
That's right.
Oh. Well, what is it, Mia? Ghost?
There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Wait, what now? Something he should investigate?
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded
Ooh.
for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Because I'm a ghost.
Stop it! All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections now, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? The suicide note? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Present evidence!
Presente.
I have an objection, Your Honor. Oh, right. Oh, that was about the weakest objection I've heard, Mr. Wright.
There you go.
Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
Yeah.
You're beginning to sound desperate.
Whatever, Judge.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Come again? In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said, Phoenix?
So, what you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth, so close. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Let's try suicide note.
Okay.
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows?
What?
I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Yeah!
Oh!
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, That is yet to be, even remotely confirmed.
Yeah! You tell him, Phoenix.
Wow, we're just dragging this on.
Mr. Wright, you can't be seriously suggesting...
Mr. Wright! You are saying the suicide note is a fake?
Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it in this bear, Phoenix?
You're making Miss Andrews so sad. How dare you!
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Oh yeah? Your mom? But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
Yeah!
Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself.
Ah!
Whoops. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so that you could use it to frame Matt on guard. Wow, Phoenix.
I did no such thing!
Right. If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ugh!
Whoa!
That's enough, children. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It is the defense who has stated the handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case... Excuse me. It seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
Looks like the judge had hot dogs.
Tomorrow. That's impossible.
This isn't good, Phoenix.
The judge is gonna carry this trial over one more day? I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
Whoa.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. The request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigation, handwriting analysis,
My butt? What's the lawyer trying to buy? Ungard is guilty. Look, an idiot can tell you that.
I think we've reached the end of the line, Phoenix.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty!
Huh?
Huh?
What in blasted is that sound?
Huh? It's Gumshoe! Hello? Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to Killer?
He, got away.
What?
I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
We found his hideout, pal. But, the two of them are already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time.
But...
Don't tell me we don't have any more.
Guilty! Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
He's guilty! Do you hear that? They're calling for his head already.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and,
Why doesn't he just tell the judge what's going on?
Oh!
What is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
Nani? I can't do that.
Mr. Knight, would you please get a hold of yourself? This is no time for personal calls.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch!
Oh, he gave him the phone.
Mr. Edgeworth. Please, you've got to buy us some more time, sir.
Court is in session. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, Edgeworth, what?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying...
Mr. Knight, this court is of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really can't do anything.
Why doesn't Edgeworth care about what happens to Maya?
The court is now adjourned for the day. He doesn't know.
How does he not know? You already told him. You've told him 1,000,000 times. He's even said he knows.
Now what?
Oh.
Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it now, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary test on the piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes or less?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking. Please, Your Honor.
Wait,
Very well.
won't it be worse if they confirm the handwriting, though?
I don't know.
Why are they trying to convict him?
At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not follow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
I know.
The court will now take its final recess of the day. That is all until 30 minutes.
Oof. Too intense for me.
Yeah, this one's pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Uh-oh. Report! Reports!
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time, just spit it out.
Right. Looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away.
A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence?
I thought you'd ask, pal.
Huh?
I've got the things we left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime labs first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
Oh my gosh.
With my hunk of junk car, I'd say we'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
All right. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
Yeah!
Items left by the murderer, huh?
Running red lights for justice!
That needs to be a quote. Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this.
What?
What the? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe! Answer me! No one can stop me.
No, I think that was supposed to be Gumshoe saying that. Like,
Oh, no one can stop me. Okay.
What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
oh my god!
What was he thinking?
He ran the red
We've got to
lights.
hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance.
Have Mia go drive and get it.
Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There's gotta be a way.
GPS on his phone?
That's right, there is a way.
I don't know.
What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The juice glass?
The juice class? That's a good question.
The bear? I don't know.
No, I don't think it would be the bear. Maybe we need another person. Oh, Oh, let's try her. She's not dead. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like this? Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she will. She's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Looks so evil. Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what am I doing now? I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit anyone like you to cry useless tears.
Phoenix is crying?
Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Oh, sorry. Prosecutor Edgeworth! Yes, bailiff? There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They've probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, I think hard about what it is you must do. Fade to black. Oh my gosh.
Well, I feel like we're completely without hope because there's no new evidence, and this is going to be really bad when we restart the trial because either Edgeworth is not going to look stupid and not... The handwriting is already analyzed, which means the case... Instead of you having another day, now the case is going to be closed. Mm-hmm. This is stupid. I don't know even why he did that.
Stupid.
I don't even why he did that. I don't even know why he did that.
I don't even know why he did that, yeah. So anyway, guys and gals, that is going to do it for today's episode. Another short one, 30 minutes, but the trial will continue tomorrow.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you with more Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy at 3 p.m. God bless and happy gaming.
See